Okay, so after finagling around, I just do a pkill node, and that seems to do the trick and killed the running processes in the background. Very weird. Even though I haven't, I closed all of them. So now we're here. So I'll be using, of course, Nextjs. Can't resolve DaisyUI in source app. What the fuck? Okay. DaisyUI using version 5 beta. I installed, oh, it's plugin. Okay. No worries. Okay, great. We have background and everything. So that's very good. Guess that was from Daisy, so okay, so basically what I want the interface to look like is just to copy the sheet of paper that I was given earlier today with a character template. So let's draw it out in Excalibur just to see it's what it looks like at a glance. So we have the character name over here. I'll put this as the character avatar. Then we have the character name and the class name. So character name and the class name, so you would have something like mine that I named earlier today, like Arch Wizard. So then we have the stats over here. Stats. So these are the stats. Then we would have the HP bar. Hopefully I'll be able to implement the HP bar. On the sheet itself it's just a number, but I'll try to do some eye candy animation or kind of styling to it. And then we have the armor class, which is a number, by the way, so it's going to if the armor class is just a number, then I guess we will use the kind of the classic RPG style. So the armor class was basically when an attacker roll higher than your armor class, then they'll be able to attack you with a d6, so 6-face die, if I remember correctly. Memory's got a bit rough these days, so yep. So that's the armor class or what it does. Then you would have the inventory system. So over here would be the inventory. It kind of looks like postcard now, which is kind of funny. Actually I'm going to divide like 2 over here, because one is going to be the skills. So the skill system, and here would be the skill name. condition. And also the activation or success condition. I call it cast condition, I think. Yeah. The cast condition will also be here. If it's disabled or not, actually, I would put the skill type, so a damage type, and then the skill type. So we would have the skill type kind of a badge over here, and then the skill damage type badge. Then we have the skill description, and actually the cast condition should be up there because cast condition is just a small blip, so it could be a badge as well. Skill description, great. Damage type, can't forget about damage value as well. So if it's a skill damage type, then you also have the skill damage value. Then the skill description would be here, so would have like several blocks like this. I saw 3, so I'm just going to do 3 here just to demonstrate how it would look like. Okay, so that what's next? Yes, the inventory system. So inventory, kind of want to do icons, but icons take a lot of time, so I'll just do squares with the item name here. When you hover over it and click over it, it will show the full like description and details of that item. That would be good. So these will be rendered to the end slots. So the end slots will have like if it's empty or not. So let's say it's item name here, and if it's empty it will say empty and stuff like that. So yeah, so it could be end slots. Right, we also have ailments and boons are buff and debuff, so let's put that over here as well. So boons and ailments. So the list of boons and ailment, this is kind of like, okay, so it's kind of like free form, so you would have a list of boons here. So I have boon name, and when you click on it, it will show the full description and status effect of it. In the end, I would also like when you click like next turn, it will calculate the number of HP you lose as well. But currently, if you do next turn, it would just basically decrease the duration just to keep track of things, because it's an RPG tracker, it's not a whole game. That would be too much, honestly. Yeah, so these are the stats. So from what I've seen, there were 2 columns of stats in terms of what kind of stats they are, I'll just let the player input into it. Again, it's kind of like memory sheet, so it doesn't really matter if they add something silly. It's at their own detriment. And the dungeon master discretion. So I guess that's basically it. Let's do another row here just to further demonstrate. Okay, so this is what it would be like. And we'll go back to our editor. Just change the metadata of RPG tracker for convenience's sake, the sake of convenience. Makes more sense. During D&D sessions. And again, I'm not poking fun at there's nothing wrong with pen and paper. It's just this is what I want to do to kind of like continuously improve my skills. But yeah, that's basically it. Why it ain't. What's the thing again? Okay, F Y I. Okay, cool. So that's what we have currently. So I'll try to implement this UI without the interactive element first, just to get the skeleton out. Okay, so first we would have, okay, let's add a component folder and let's do skills character inventory and stats. Okay, so we have those kind of sections, and now I want to divide it further, kind of group them under a generic section, kind of a layout just to better organize it in the future. Okay, so let's see. Okay, a section would have div, of course. What's going on here? Oh, okay. So we have a div here, and it's going to have a grid layout, and max would be, let's say I'll divide this by 4, so it's 4 by 4 column. And then we can just reorganize everything as needed, just to have kind of a structure. What you need to do with this is that you need to have children and kind of pass it in as a children node. So each section would be passed in like this. We would have 4 of those. for each section. And let's do this one optional. Perfect. Then we shall put a grid 2 by 2 equals 2 grid rows 2. I might need to do subgrid, but let's just see how it lays out first. Okay, so section, okay, do gap of 2, and this I'm not going to do gap yet. It will be for later when I see like how things are laid out afterwards. So for now, let's add like border, see how it looks like. Okay, it looks like that. Very nice, very demure. Because what you need to do is just to wrap it in another div, of course. Do I have main in layout or not? Okay, cool. Can wrap it in main instead. And I'll do min h of screen width full. And this div, I might just do it in this div here instead. Cool. Then I can do a padding. Nice. Okay, so we have a grid system. Pretty good. Pretty good now. I'll pull up DaisyUI to see its documentation in terms of theming. So I've used it before, but I just like do not remember at all. So we can set the data theme here in the HTML tag cupcake. I think like default is cupcake, right? Div. Oh, it looks like I have to put those themes in the plugin declaration here. Okay, cool. Makes perfect sense. What was that? Div. Great. I'll just keep the section border for now, just to see where things at. So for the first one, let's do the character. So just to have it appear as we go, I will just put it in here. So just have to code the boilerplate first. Great, so character details is there. What's next we need to do? Let's do a mock data. parse. I'll do a save parse. Let's do a parse so we could see like what's we're missing. Okay, so a character placeholder, and this is where I do not want to type out everything, so I will ask cursor to handle that for me. Where is add to context, add to composer? Great. And also add character over here. No, let's not add the character. There's nothing in there yet. Okay, so page and what the fuck? Page and the character schema. So generate a placeholder character with minimal values. Empty values. Let's see. Go. Boom. Right, so now that we have it, we will pass into the character. We'll pass into the character section to render it. And let's just get the JSON string of it as proof of concept. I believe if you can just do this, right? No. Okay. Okie dokie. Very good. Very nice. Okay. So for this one, can do multiple span in here, so let's just do a fragment and let the character image, so next image source. I'm just gonna use the source from my website. Just make it quick and dirty. See how it appeared. And the alt must be character avatar. Then of course we'll need to do the next config images. What's it called? Host name. Images, patterns, remote patterns or something. Okay. Just gonna copy this and modify it. This and should reload the application. Boom. Okay, cool. Character avatar is here. Then we would have the character name. So I'll do a div, then Okay, these are, why are they so big? No reason. Supposed to be screen height. This is not screen height. What is going on? That's so silly. Then we would have character names. I'll just do a div for that. Then do a span. Actually, let's do each one here. Why not? Do a character.name. Duplicate the divs for the other one. So according to design, we have character name, then the stats, the basic stats are here, and boons and ailment would be another section basically. So technically this is kind of not organized correctly, but we will change it actually. So status effects. I do status effects. Then the character would be basic and stats. Information and stats. Cool. Name. Arch the Wizard. Arch Wizard. Of course, I'm following like templates. So, in the grid, each of them is 4x4. I see. So, call span 4, span 2. Row span 2. I put 4x4. Really? Okay. Cool. And the rest would just be like that. Okay. Should all be centered. The name at least should also be centered. Am I dumb? I must be dumb. I am dumb. There we go. And for Excel, make B too large. Font needs to be bold. Okay. What will we have? We have the stats next. Okay, I think the stat should take 4x2 and the rest is also 4x2. So this is a 4x2, this is a 4x2 block. Yeah, makes perfect sense. So it's been pretty late now. So it's the end of this Spike programming session. Hope y'all learned something. Yeah, I'll see you in the next session. Just going to upload this thing up to GitHub, and we should be good to go. Okay, alright, I'll see you guys next time.